Welcome back, everybody, to the Vainglory China Invitational. We're going into our second tiebreaker match of Group B. It is between MusTang and Delta.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because it could all end here if Delta is able to defeat MusTang. Actually, that's not true. If Delta defeats MusTang, then we will have that final match to decide who's first place, who's second place, because that does matter after all.
Yes, that's right. So this could be the first deciding match to see if MusTang loses, then MusTang is out. There will no longer be a potential three-way tie. If MusTang wins, we have to have a third match, and then there could be a three-way tie again. So anything could happen here. But we're going to see a Fortress ban from MusTang, and I think that's a good choice. And we're also going to see that Sky ban as well. So we're going to see Celeste mirror again, which always seems to be the case when we see Delta play. Raichu loves his Celeste, and we see him play it almost every time.
Yeah, Zark's also going to join up on that Celeste. No Scarf this time around. They're also going to play Glade, which really worked out for Wong the last time we saw it. Was part of the reason why they were able to win a two-game series against CNL.
So everybody is looking at this. You know, I said this before, but the crowd fans are for Delta. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, Delta is the fan favorites. I saw a lot of Pikachu and Raichu signs in the crowd earlier. And, you know, for everybody who just wants this tournament to end because you guys are staying up late for our Asia time zone to watch this tournament, and you want to go to sleep, then you definitely want Delta to win as well.
Shout out to you Eastern time zone NA guys who started watching at 12 a.m. rather, and now it's nearly 7 a.m. If you've been watching that entire time, that would be pretty cool.
By the way, they're still deciding. They have, you know, 8 minutes and 33 more seconds to draft, and they're really using it up. They're not sure if they want to use Arden
again. It seems like there is a technical issue.
Yeah, they're not sure if they want to use Arden or not Arden. I'm like, the answer is.
Did you see that? The Chinese? You didn't see it?
Oh, I don't know.
The Chinese caster was bent over. He got caught out. He didn't know it was going to happen.
He should have known.
Happens to the best casters.
It does, but he should have known.
Because that guy is the best caster so far. I mean, we've only seen 2, right? So.
Well, I mean, let's be real. If you want to look at the 2 Chinese commentators, like which one has more passion, which one's still there? Okay, he's still there.
It's him, yeah.
But out of
game 2, or rather for day 2.
Out of all 6 Vainglory China Invitational casters, we have the most passion.
We've been here every day, man.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And we're going to be here tomorrow too.
Yeah, we are.
And the question is, which Chinese commentators will be there tomorrow? Is it going to be Guy 1 and Girl 2, or is it going to be...
I don't know if they would mix it up, though.
Is it going to be Guy 1 and Girl 1?
Chemistry is very important for casting duos, Wolf.
Did you ever think about the potential that we could have tomorrow Guy 3 and Girl 3?
I didn't.
You didn't even think about that, did you?
I didn't. What about Girl 2 and Girl 1? The 2 girls, or the 2 guys?
Yeah, that could be.
2 guys, Guy 1, Guy 2.
Guy 1 and Guy 2.
What about Guy 1 and Guy 3?
Yeah.
Are we going too deep here? Is this what's happening?
What? Oh, you didn't consider the possibility of a tri-cast.
Oh, man.
Guy 1, Girl 2, and Guy 2.
Or Guy 3.
Yeah.
Or the 2 girls.
Well, Guy 3 like may potentially exist, but. All right,
we actually got the info that there's no more guys. So there's only 2 guys.
Okay.
Potential.
Yeah. Let's go back into the picks.
Yeah.
Probably legally forced to pick what they did before, except the choice for Hope, which was obviously going to be Arden. The Glaive, you know, like not-lock wasn't real.
Zark's is like, what did I choose last time?
Wong is going for that Glaive pick again, so I think we're going to see, we see Zark's go first. So maybe we're going to see...
Well, he chose it last time.
Oh, well, also Sky's Mountains. Maybe we're going to see that Sky swap again, but nope. We could still see a swap. The Celeste is a bit slow in the jungle, so I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know, man. Not that slow. It does a lot of AoE damage. No Koshka, but, I mean, still pretty decent.
All right. Over here, we've got MusTang. Their tournament life on the line. A loss here would eliminate them from the tournament. They are up against Delta. Spawn on the right side of the Halcyon fold.
Yeah, so we have 2 Celestes and 2 Ardens. Once again, the only difference here is going to be Pikachu on Koshka versus Wong on Glaive. So, very small difference. overall. But that could be all the difference that one team needs to win the game.
Yeah. Well, we get to see these duels every time we see Delta, because Celeste is never banned when Delta plays, and we always see that Celeste versus Celeste matchup.
Yeah, I think they played I think it was Scarf one time. Maybe it was Sky instead. Yeah, I think it was Sky.
No, it was Sky once, yeah. And we saw that. That's when Raichu got beaten by Ken, I believe, in that matchup. But well, this is going to be an interesting one to say the least. Everything is very even right now. And we'll see how Glaive wants to play it. Keep a close eye on Wong, where he goes, to see what sort of play he's going to be showing us. So far, he's just still hanging out with Susu.
Yeah, it's interesting because looking at compositions right now, if I had to make like a ballpark estimate or call of which composition I would prefer, even before I see the players play, well, hold that thought. We're having a big trade here between Zarx and Raichu. Zarx taking a much larger portion of that damage, just trying to run away from Raichu. But talking about the compositions, I definitely have to give it to MusTang, because the Glaive, once again, weapon power going to be coming out here. Wouldn't be doubting that they're going to give him a bunch of farm once again. He played a fantastic Glaive last time, but also it's two different types of damage. You got weapon power and you have crystal power. On the opposite side, you have only crystal power, and that's definitely going to hurt Delta in the long run as it gets later on in this game.
I have to agree, and that's one of the reasons why Glaive is such a strong third hero in this composition. And we, like you said as well, Wong played really well last time. So if they surprise me, it's certainly possible, but definitely have to give the edge to MusTang's composition here as well. Let's see. Raichu, very good Celeste is what he prefers. He's not doing that well versus Zarx so far in this game, though. He's taking bad trades a lot, and this is going to be another one of those. He does get that solar collapse this time, but it's not going to matter.
He was doing a little bit better earlier on, but it seems like he's running out of energy. And uh-oh, Wong coming in, at least the afterburn is going to hit, but not able to hit him back with the follow-up. So just going to push Raichu back in that lane a little bit. Has the pod to regen, get some health back. And talking about, the one damage type on Delta once again, you could see it's very easy for Wong to itemize. He's like, okay, 2 early light shields. I'm pretty much not taking damage anymore.
Yeah.
Look at that, the pounce onto Wong did 0 damage.
Yeah, he's like just chilling. He is going to retreat temporarily here because Zarx was in lane, but Zarx didn't come down. I feel like if he did, that could have been a pretty solid fight for them to take. Not gonna happen though. Zarx wants to get his farm. As it is right now, he's almost 10 CS ahead. He stayed in lane a little bit longer. He's also winning the trades versus Raichu, which means it's harder for Raichu to actually secure those last hits because it puts him in potential Genesis range. Oh, but again, another collapse here. Gonna actually hit Zarx. No follow-up though.
Gotta be careful, especially with the Glaive on the opposite side. I think Raichu knows that. He's backing off immediately. And I think they also have a scout trap in that tri-bush on the opposite side, so I think he may have even seen them coming. Yeah, they actually do.
Oh man, Sushi's gonna take a lot of damage here. Might actually be taken out. Yep, she will, because she gets hit by that solar collapse.
Little bunny Susu hopping through the forest. Goes down.
Get bopped on the head. Well, Raichu's taking a lot of damage though, and might find himself going down. Zarx gets another kill here, solo kill, but will actually pay for it with his life as well. Looks like, yeah.
Here goes
Pikachu never dies to turret, never.
He's so good at getting away. Part of that might just
quick
be
attack. Quick attack.
That's really
Or
good.
is he using swift because he never misses?
Yeah, that's true.
Or is he using agility because he's playing Fortress and he goes a little bit faster?
Yeah.
Or is he using
Thunderbolts.
Is he using Thunder when? Oh wait, no, that's not it.
Wow, yeah, this is good. That was terrible. I'm leaving, Wolf. Goodbye.
He never uses Thunder because he never misses.
Yeah, And Thunder has a 10% chance to miss, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to use that. Anyway, we are pretty even up in this game. Not too much of an advantage going either way. Gold Mine still has not been taken. It gives a slight advantage to Delta so far. They have the, the earlier vision of the jungle. They've been able to avoid a lot of early glaive
Harassment, if you will.
yeah, ganks and stuff, because Glaive is not really a mid-game hero. He's a early game and a late game hero, very late game. So you don't really want to be missing out on some of those ganks early on. But Delta's done a good job of avoiding them.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
That's very.
Is that like a
interesting.
scout? I mean,
From Mustang's side,
yeah,
yes.
I can like kind of see that from Mustang's
From
side.
Delta, no. Obvious misclick there. And that's big. The only thing that's interesting is that I don't think Mustang saw that be used, so they don't know that it's down, and they can't really take advantage of that.
It's so weird because I don't even know how you could accidentally misclick that, because if you're usually when you misclick this, you're trying to go for solar collapse, but there was no reason for those solar collapse there either. There was like nobody nearby. I don't even understand why that happened. That
Well,
was
I think
weird.
it's what you were talking about before, that gauntlet that came out of nowhere that one time. It's like they're thinking, oh, maybe we should check the gold mine. We could go for the solar storm to check. But then you try to unclick it, but then you try to move, and then all of a sudden, solar storm going towards your own minion mine for no reason when you were just trying to walk that way.
Yeah.
Either way, it is coming up here in about 35 seconds, so it should be up. And also, I mean, the Celeste on the opposite side did use hers to scout the gold mine. Obviously getting more value out of that, getting good vision, but nothing else.
I have another one of these Celeste duels. Uh-oh, but there's the collapse. With Hope nearby, we'll be able to save Raichu here. Raichu does use Thunder, misses quite often. The opposite of Pikachu, the bigger damage dealer. But, little known fact, unlike the Pokemon anime, Raichu does have higher agility and higher speed than Pikachu, the fastest in the game.
What? In the anime, they don't portray that?
In the anime, when Ash fights Lieutenant Surge, Pikachu outmaneuvers him because he's too fat for Raichu.
That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Wong, going way too deep. All three ultimates are used to take him down, but this is a very key portion of the game because they could get the turret off of this, or they could get a full gold mine. The world is their oyster. The Halcyon Fold is their oyster right now.
Yeah. Pikachu running right through that scout trap, clearing it up. So clearing up the gold mine. Oh, Raichu taking another scout trap though. That's actually putting him pretty low. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, and at this point, I guess the world is no longer their oyster, and they've run out of time.
It's more like their clam.
Yeah.
So the minion, or the gold mine, is actually neutral currently. It's one of the longest living gold mines we've seen. It actually has a full payout waiting to be collected. So it's going to become more and more highly contested as time goes on. And if anyone gets killed, it's probably going to be that moment to burst it down.
That's the independent gold mine. Doesn't need any team to support him.
Swedish gold mine. Swiss gold mine, rather. Sorry.
Yes. I like how I just agree with you. I'm like, yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a
it's
long
the
day.
Swedish gold mine for sure. Loves to go to IKEA and eat meatballs. Stuff of that nature. But an attempt here by Mustang, not really going to work out. Just going to take a little bit of extra damage. It would be funny if no one takes the gold mine until the Kraken. Who gets the gold again? Does the Kraken
The
get
Kraken
the gold?
gets the gold, man. She's like so happy. She's like, I'm going to buy a new purse. Oh man, this is actually such a tense game. I think both teams are like on the wire right now. They're like so wired up. They're like not playing standard. They're not like trying to take objectives. They're like, well, we're gonna fight you. Everyone wants that gold mine.
It's a huge deal. And if you could get just like a couple of Heliogenesis on the opposite side, you could open up a great fight. Oh, they're gonna go on to Celeste.
See you later, Zarks. Oh, even dropping down that gauntlet just to make sure. They're under turret, but there's no minions there. Pikachu could get knocked back. Did Reflex block that? What happened there? That was weird. I don't know why the afterburn knockback didn't happen. No, I didn't use Reflex block. That's weird. he just didn't. I guess he just missed his timing window to hit it.
And I swear that Solar Storm just did damage to the turret. Are we really on 1.10? It would be interesting if we've been playing on 1.11 this entire time and I just didn't know.
There's no way.
I hope so. Maybe it just like makes the effect on the turret but doesn't actually do damage. I don't know, someone out there will tell me. Someone will tweet at me. I have hope.
Well, anyway, Delta's still significantly ahead. This is a very risky move here by MusTang, but I think they can get it with less Solar Storm. They actually will. And not only that, they almost pick off Hope here. Really nice fallback, a nice disengage by Delta, but they give up the gold because of their hesitation, and MusTang was just able to come in there and take it. I think they got impatient. They knew they were behind and thought, well, if we don't take this now, the harder it's going to get for us because we are, somewhat behind. We don't have our lane turret, our first turret. So.
Well, Delta was the team that beat MusTang last time, correct?
That's right.
Yeah. Kind of interesting that Delta looking to repeat that. It just means that we won't have any further tiebreakers, but MusTang trying to claw their way back into this one. That was a really nice pick on the gold mine, as you mentioned. And, still favoring their composition for that late game. And based on how the game has been going so far, I think we will reach that late game because, still no minion mines. There's only one turret that's down, one gold mine that came out so far.
Yeah, 12 minutes into the game, only 5 deaths as well. So it's a pretty slow passive game, which is funny because these, especially during that gold mine fiasco, these teams have been running S3 the entire time, just not really fighting, just being too scared to fight.
It's interesting you call them deaths, by the way, instead of kills. You're like, only 5 deaths so far, not kills.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess in total, there's still 5 kills, but
yeah,
I feel like 5 people dying is like, that's just how I... That's how I roll, Brandon. That's what I do. Okay, all right.
Glass half empty kind of guy. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, for me, if you say 5 deaths, it's like you don't have to think about who got them. Whereas if there are 5 kills, I'm like, well, for MusTang's only 1 kill.
It's true, but then you don't know which side the deaths are on either.
I guess that's
5
true.
deaths.
I just feel like
I know what
5
you're
deaths
saying
told me it's like, for me, it's like, because if you play...
Only 5 deaths, people have been alive a lot.
Yeah, and also, like, I mean, what I mean is only 5 deaths means, like, there have been less mistakes, there's been less engagements.
Yeah.
Like, a kill seems like you made a great move to kill somebody, whereas a death means maybe you made a mistake.
I'm beginning to see the logic behind your statement.
I mean, we're getting, like, really deep on this, but I mean, this has been another passive moment here. But again, roaming S3, and uh-oh, guess who's out of position? Oh, Gauntlet goes down, and Hope is actually the one that gets caught, but will reflex block away. Goes the counter Gauntlet, and down goes Susu. Sarks is under fire as well, and he will find himself falling. This is a huge, huge win here for Delta.
Yeah, looking to chase down Wong here for that ace. They've got 10 seconds left to do it. They should be able to get him. Afterburn 3 seconds away, not quite there. And that is the ace, and will be another turret.
They're going to go ahead and knock down this turret and continue to push the lane. Gold mine is under their control as well, about 2/3 of the way in. Oh, sorry, no, gold mine is not under their control.
Yeah, but they do choose the turret instead because, especially with Kraken about to spawn, like, it's not worth it to go back and get the gold mine. You're not going to get a full 300 gold.
Well, they're going to maybe try to rotate down there now, but yeah, it's definitely better to get the turret in this case. Not sure why I thought it was under their control. I guess maybe I thought we would get it if they had.
Well, I mean, Delta's got this game under control, so maybe your mind is thinking that way. Makes sense.
It's not a massive lead, but it is 3K, and it's significant. It's like somewhere between, like, it's kind of a lead and it's massive.
Celeste. Going up there with not much vision. Will have hope to support.
There's actually like scout traps for Susu, who's placed those because she's the best scout trap placer we've seen in Group B. Putting those scout traps everywhere. Has better vision. Well, they're going to rotate back down here. The Kraken does take that payout and give it to MusTang. And we're going to see, again, more posturing here, but no one's trying to get the Kraken at 15-20, especially with such a low death count in this game.
Yeah. I'm looking at Wong's builds here. Interesting that he hasn't gone for any kinetic shields just yet. He has the money to do so. It seems like he's saving up for another offensive item, which against 2 crystal power carries, I mean, generally you just want to go for defense.
Double gauntlet goes down here. Meanwhile, by the way, Susu positioning very well. Zarx gets stuck by that, collapse, and also his burst down here. Raichu doing very well. Wong's going to go down, and that is actually going to be another ace here for Delta. It's going to put them at 10-1. They're going to get this turret, and I don't think they can get a Vein Crystal turret.
Well, they can get 1 for sure. Will they get 2, though, is the question.
Yeah, I guess they can actually get 1.
Are they actually going to be able to end this game? It's getting really close. If they want to play it safe, I don't think they will.
All right, let's check out Susu over here on the left side. We got that view of her camera because she's going to spawn first, coming over here, doing a lot of damage. That is an amazing, solar.
This is really close.
This is actually insanely close.
I don't know if they're going to get it.
Pikachu's targeting it down. They got it. They did it. All right,
boy.
Delta knocks MusTang out of this tournament. So now we are going to have Delta versus CNL to decide who gets first in the group and who gets second. It will be the final match.
Yeah.
No more 3-way ties.
And they've secured their spot in the semifinals, more importantly. You know, the opposite side of the bracket is very strong. First and second place teams are fantastic, but they've made it this far. It's a big difference in prize money. Even if they don't feel like they're going to win the entire thing, getting that win must feel amazing for Delta.
I have to say, we saw some really, really cool plays from MusTang, but they just were not able to come out on top. Yeah. Really, really good, I feel like they did really good rotations, really good game sense overall, but some of their team fighting in the later stages of the game was what was their demise. So, that was basically how things kind of came together there. Apparently, we're not going to have any more games today, so it looks like I
guess they'll have some other way to decide the tiebreaker, maybe off stream.
Maybe
I mean,
off-stream,
it's been a long game, so you guys can understand they're running like a TV show over there. They're running a giant event. They don't want to keep people there all day long. So no tiebreak for that. It's probably going to be done off stream.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, so we're actually going to take a look at our results here. I don't think we're going to have this actual interview translated for you guys, unfortunately. Sorry. But yeah, I guess we're just going to go ahead and close this stream out. It's been a great day. So CNL, the final results are going to be CNL and Delta will advance. We'll take a look at the bigger overall results of the groups so you guys can be reminded as to what happened yesterday as well. So we started things off with MusTang versus TVT, and then Delta versus MusTang, and then CNL versus Delta. You see that, there's been 2 O's all around.
And you know what? Because CNL already defeated Delta 2-0, I think CNL gets first place.
That's right.
So that makes a lot of sense. There's no more games. CNL will get out of the group in first place after all.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think of that. So here are the tiebreaker results. CNL beat MusTang, and then MusTang fell to Delta as well. So MusTang was eliminated in this tiebreaker. And there you have it. That's going to be the end of the story for this Group B. So the semifinals are going to be tomorrow, 1 hour later than today, 3 p.m. Korean Standard Time. So make sure you don't miss it. It's going to be double elimination format for those top 4. They're going to have the grand finals the same day. So everything is finishing up tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for your patience, for tuning in throughout this entire Group B, and we'll see you tomorrow.